Hello, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Hey, Prashant. Good to see you here after a long time. Okay, let me adjust this one here, my camera. All good. Very good. And yes, what is that we are going to understand today? What is that the learning? So, if you are someone who is joining that you have joined yesterday and you are joining today, give me a five. All right. Now, what is that we are going to talk? So, before that, let me share something very important. All right. If you wanted to make US IT recruiting, it is not about the information or the content that you learn. It is not about what you learn, but it is all about whom you learn from. That's very important, people, at this point of time. Are you learning from the successful people or you're learning from everybody else? Now, if you want to be successful, you got to follow successful people and you got to listen to them that how they did it from their experience. All right, so it's all about you are consuming information or you are consuming experience. You got to understand the difference in that. If you want to be successful, you got to be consuming experience rather than information can be accessed at any point of time. So remember this all the time. It is not about what you learn, it's from whom you learn. All right, that's very important. And now, when it comes to learning stuff, when it comes to improving yourself, so it's all about that how you implement things. Okay, you may hear people telling you that you need to do sourcing, you not need to do screening, you have to have ask open-ended question to the candidate. When you talk, you should not be asking closed-ended questions. So many things that we hear, right, when people give information. Now, how to do it, how you're going to learn that? People will tell you what to do, and only experienced people will tell how to do it, and that's where your transformation is. Did you understand that? So everywhere that you learn, you are going to learn only what to do, but it is very rare that you learn how to do it. Now that's where you got to start your learning. Wherever you are listening or wherever you are reading, is it that you are going to understand what to do, or you are really learning how to do those things? All right, now that's where I want to leave you with. Take your own decision that how you want to grow in your career with your own learning. So today, what is that we would like to understand? All right, this is how the call is going to be. So we are going to understand about growth opportunities in IT recruiting. All right, and how you can plan your levels up, and what is the leadership role that you got to be playing, and how you could move forward with leadership roles, and what is self mastery. All right, and how you are going to master what is self mastery is all about. Because what I believe is, unless we master ourselves, it is very difficult, it is almost impossible to get the outcome that we ever wished. All right, so quickly let me read the comments. Hey Prashant, Happy New Year. SQU. All right. Squaw UFT. All right. Happy New Year too. How can I hire an IT recruiting in US? All right. You could post your jobs and people will reply, and you could hire, and you could use LinkedIn as well. All right. Or join groups, and you could definitely initiate your information. Okay. That's how you could able to do it. And now let's understand the growth opportunity in IT recruiting. So first thing, when we talk about growth opportunity, it is just not about the monetary, it should be professionally and personally as well. Now first you got to understand which kind of leadership that you are choosing when you are joining a company. So your thought process, your motto has to be clear. Okay, that what sort of company I'll be joining. So now you have all the access to everything that is available on the web. So do your due diligence. Okay, go to Glassdoor, open and see the reviews of the companies. And if you get an offer from any companies, go to LinkedIn and check, search for people who have previously worked there or who are currently working, and ask them what is this company culture is all about. And if you get a good feedback definitely you can join those companies. All right. Now, recruiting industry is a multi-billion dollars industry. Here is a lot of growth opportunity for the people who has a strong foundation and who knows how to bring value to the table. When it comes to value, what is that all about? First, it comes with your work ethics, your personality, and how you present yourself when you go to office, and you a team player, and having you in the team, how you are helping the team and the company grow forward. That is what is all about your self-worth. All right, what is the value that you're adding, how the company's presence is being increased, how the company's goodwill is increasing because you are there. So that's what we got to understand as a human being, what is the value I'm adding to an organization. Got it? Perfect. So here, now how you're gonna plan for your level up, what is that you are gonna do? First thing you need to understand, if you wanted to grow in your career, you need to understand which level that you are currently in. Okay, and what is it required for you to go to the next level. If majority of the people think that it is all about uh, years of experience, if I have certain years of experience I'm going to be a team lead, if I have certain years of experience I entitled for manager. Now, are you really want to be an individual who is focused on the title, or you really want to be that human being who projects the inner side of leadership or management skills to the outside, which really makes an impact to the people that they're working with? If you are primarily a title oriented, that I'm looking for that title, so there is a high possibility that for these kind of people there will no growth, or at some point of time you will get frustrated because the titles are limited. Only the things that we value, that we add to people, that is what is unlimited. That's what we got need to understand. Now, what is that you should be planning for if you are at your starting level of recruiting, right? If you are a recruiter, if you started, you joined, if you have not joined anything else and you're looking for a job, then it is suggested that train yourself so well. Take training and make your foundation so strong that when you go to work, you have all the knowledge and confidence that you could do that. If you're already working on recruiter level, focus less on the money, focus more on the learning and making your foundation real-time experience strong. If you have spent at least 2 years in this industry, and if you want to go to the next level, then start learning a little bit more about how you can take extra responsibility. When you are at 4 years and 5 years, if you love leadership roles, understand about the leadership skills and how you can help others get the results that they want. Be a top performer, ensure that the productivity talks for itself, and bring your real qualities. What is that you as an individual do things uniquely, and why your team members love you, why your organization thinks that you are a valuable asset to them. Now, once if you could able to do that, meaning if there are juniors are joining, you are helping them without being any assignments, people are coming to you and asking questions and having their problem solved, you are always there for the people who are there in need, and at the same time people always think that they want to be a performer like you. And if you have these qualities, you definitely qualify for the next level of growth. So you don't have to strive for the leadership role, the leadership role will come to you. Understand? Then goes to the managerial role. So now, while focusing your leadership role, meaning running your desk without any compromise, helping others to do the output as expected, or at least the way the number that you are reaching. Now you are the person who is ready to take extra responsibility of other clients, or you could able to hire other people and train and make them like you. Then slowly widen your wings towards a different entities or different wings of the organization. And once you understand about the reporting stuff, and once you understand about how you can strategize about the work, how you are helping people to make decisions, now at that point of time, the next level will be the managerial level. All right, in the managerial level, definitely you need to think of the bigger goals of the companies, the reporting structures, how uh, you can analyze reports, and how you do the performance analysis, how you set KPIs. You got to learn those stuff. All right, and as you grow in, you need to increase your self learning. Now if you are in this industry for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, or maybe whatever the time you are, if you have not trained yourself professionally, and you are just doing the things whatever coming to your mind or by watching here and there, then it is pretty difficult that whatever your real potentiality has never come yet. So you have to groom yourself. It needs attention. Okay, for every doctor, every teacher, every architect, every engineer, they go for training, mandatory training every year, or any new updates come in. But recruiter is very rare that you see that they have a mandatory training for their self growth. Companies expect so many things from recruiters, but recruiters never get a chance to improve themselves because there is nothing such available so far. What have you done to add to your extra skills? How did you improve your leadership skills? How did you increase your management skills? What is that you have done for your team management skills or strategies? So there are so many things that someone needs to learn, so that the self-worth, right, the self-learning, that is going to increase and bring more opportunities to the individual. Okay, when it comes to a leadership role, if you are already leader in a leadership role and you are struggling to make your team perform, if you are planning to go into a leadership role, or you are already managing people and you are seeing things are not working, then there are few things I'm going to share that with you. There are few things that you need to focus on and check yourself that what whatever you have been doing, is this something that resonates, right? Whatever I'm going to share now, is that resonates with what you do. So first comes it, whenever you take a decision, whenever you are in a situation to think that, is that your people are coming first, or you are coming first, meaning your people, your team, your follower should come first, and then leaders priority should come, right? If you think of your team, your followers, and you take decision according to that, then you are doing the right thing. When you think of the people, you are going to think of the company's interest first. So here is the motto you got to remember: always keep the company's and organization's interest ahead of your personal interest. If you are keeping your company's interest ahead of your personal interest, and your team members, your people, and their success comes first, then your personal interest, you are on the right track. Now, as a leader, you should be leading by examples. Could be you have a past examples to prove and show them that how you did it, or you are doing with them. These are very important. You cannot be a successful leader if you have failed so many times in the past, and now just because you got an opportunity, you become a leader, and now you do not have any examples to share that how did you do these kind of things. If you are asking something to do to your team, ensure that you are always there on front. People should be looking at you as their inspiration. They should think that, yes, if this person is there, my life is safe, my job is safe. You got to be leading by examples, but just not just by saying. So if you want to be a successful leader, you should be just not talking the talk, but you should be walking the talk. You got to remember that. Then comes in what kind of leader you are. Are you like a radical leader, or you are like a dumb, or you are like a charismatic leader, or you are like what I could say, we can say servant leader. There are many types of leadership there, right? So majority of the time, what works is like servant leader or the dynamic leader. Servant leader is what that person is always there for the team, always there with the team, and that leader is of the team, not on the team. Focus on what sort of leader you are. Are you a servant leader or are you a different kind of leader? There are leaders who are like radical leaders. They terrorize people. They create a hostile environment. The recruiters, whoever join, or the team members, whoever come, they think that, oh my God, again I have to go to office. If I do not submit, I may get fired. They take their targets, they think of their achievements as if it's a life and death situation. So that is going to be a hostile environment, and that is like a radical leadership. And I hate it. If you are in that sort of leadership, or if you are working in that sort of management culture, you better leave this company. Okay, that is going to affect your mental and physical uh, life as well. As a leader, another trait that I'm going to share that with you: are you focused in changing people's life? Have you discussed with your team about their goals? Have you discussed with your teams, every individual, about their aspirations and what they wanted to be and where they want to reach? Now, if you as an individual, if you have not done it, then how do you think those people should believe you, that believing you is going to help them get to their goal? So everybody that they are working in the company, they are not working for the company as long as it is not serving to their purpose. Okay, what is it in for me? What is that I'm going to get so that I will do it? Now, if you as a leader can show them that if you do this, you could able to reach to your goals, this can help you to grow in your career. Now, if that is what happens, you are on the right track. If that is what you're doing and you have done it, you are on the right thing you are doing. And you got to be trusted and believed. That this is what very important if you're in a leadership role. Do your people trust you? Do your team believe you? Meaning, if I tell something to my leader, I can sleep peacefully. Does your team members feel like that? If I tell something to my leader, or if my leader has promised something to me, then I don't have to worry about anything else. So I can definitely sleep peacefully, or that person can handle everything. Is that something that you are doing? So if you have done all these things, then you are really progressing on a leadership role. And you have not done it, you got to ensure that what is the steps that has been needed and where exactly it has been stopping. All right, that's where you got to be focusing on. So let me look at the messages. So what is that? If someone was asking, so one, I have a recruiting business but super difficult to find clients. I placed 4 in 2021 on C2C. Very good, you placed 4 in C2C, right? We have spent almost 20 minutes. So if you are from the beginning, did you find these suggestions, inputs valuable? Put that in the comment box and let me know that if this is really adding value to you, right? And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. There is another topic that we need to understand as we are beginning our career, as we are entering this new year. It's around 2 days, it is going to pass. uh, After entering this new year, is these 2 days are similar to the previous days, or this is different? That you need to understand. If this is not different, then this year also going to bring the same results that which you got last year, whether you like it or do not like. Okay, how we are going to get the outcome? Only by taking action. If we are taking action towards what we want, the things will come to us. Just wishing or thinking about the things will not work anymore. So now in this year, you got to focus on your self mastery. Self mastery is something very important, and every individual has to do it. What is self mastery? You got to understand the different stages, right? We as an individual need to understand the different stages of evolution and use the knowledge to improve the perception of our own self. All right. And it is not just the perception of our own self, then we need to understand our journey towards self mastery, how we are going to progress. All right. And what is that is all about? The self mastery is a process. All right. It is a process. Now, when I'm going to share the information, the strategies about self mastery, then you'll understand that where exactly you stand. The self mastery is a direct relation to the self success. Okay. So, what is self mastery? It is the process through which the heart, the mind, and the soul evolve to achieve the higher level of consciousness. The consciousness is only reality. It is how we perceive reality. Now, from what level of consciousness you are looking at your reality, that is what tells you that whether you are successful and how you are evolving every time. All right. So, so many things that happens in our life, right? So, when self mastery takes place, then we are going to go to the next level of our life stages. All right. Now it connects, it increases our self consciousness. The first, what is that you should be focusing about is your self awareness. This is very important, people. Are you someone who is observing and understanding your own thoughts, feelings, and actions? We are talking about self awareness. All right. Self awareness is the ability, the power to observe, understand our own thoughts, feelings, and actions, right? And the people who are self aware, right, they are perfectly capable of identifying what they feel. It about identifying how we are feeling and why we are feeling it. So it is considered as the primary driver of introspection. What is that? Self awareness is the primary driver of introspection. Introspection is asking within the question, talking to ourselves, and getting revealed from within. All right. And that leads to being aware of our current thoughts and actions. If you are able to connect, if you are able to catch your thoughts and your actions, and you are aware of from where these are coming, you are progressing towards your self mastery. All right. That is the first thing. After self awareness, you should be focusing on self exploration. What is that? That all comes in the introspection. Okay. Self exploration. So people explore the nature, people explore different cities, but self exploration is very important. So, as the name suggests, it is the study and analysis of our inner selves. All right. And what is that inner self? What is that? My inner thoughts, my beliefs, my emotions, my ideals. It goes very deep, people, because once you master, once you achieve to the self mastery, you are not going to be the same individual anymore. You'll be transformed. You are totally transformed, because anything that I'm discussing, if you do 50% of the things, if you're doing, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. If you are not doing it, then you got to start implementing that. First self awareness, you need to aware, then self exploration, that from where things are coming, then comes in self discovery. It's deep analysis and understanding of self discovery. So it is a very simple process, which is understanding of ourselves. Do you understand yourself? If that is the question, then you need to think before you answer. All right. How you understand yourself? So self explanation is the first step which enables a person to embark upon a self discovery. So that is where, right, after you explore yourself, that is the steps you are moving towards self discovery. Now people with self discovery skills have the ability to create and look into the truths that uphold their beliefs, attitude, and behavior. Right. Once you discover yourself, you are going to identify and understand from where my beliefs come from. Right. How I'm behaving, what is my attitude, how I'm behaving. You could able to reach to the root rather than being reacting to what is happening to you. So it allows us to acquire the insight into the reasons of what, how, and why we feel and behave in a certain way, that what we do. It is going to answer why, how, and what. Why it is happening, how it is happening, what it is happening. Now you are going to get answers by questioning that within. That comes in self discovery. So majority of the people in the world, they are being identified by their five senses with the conscious mind and what people tell them what they are. Only self discovery can tell you who the real human being or existence that you are. You got to get into it. All right. Then after you do self discovery, are you understanding yourself? We expect others to understand ourselves. Then when is the last time that you took time to understand yourself? And that comes in self understanding. Write it down. Write it down if you're doing it. Uh, Self awareness, self exploration, self discovery, and self understanding. What is self understanding? This is about self knowledge. You understand about yourself. So this is our ability to what we do, how we do, and why we do things the way we do it. Only for this reason, all right, it is closely linked with the self discovery, and it allows us to formulate logical connection to our connections, feeling, behavior, and thoughts. Once you understand yourself, then you could able to connect. Oh, this is why I'm behaving like this. I was like this. Someone has told me in the past that this is the truth. That's the reason I am behaving like this. Meaning, you could able to identify and you could able to catch before you even act on certain things, which proves or which is not within your real self. Understood? Now, it allows people to try and understand their strengths, weaknesses, beliefs, attitudes, motives, defense, and actions. Now, once you understand where these things are coming, now this is going to let you understand and find out what are your strengths, weaknesses, beliefs, attitudes, motives, your actions, and how you defend yourself, everything. Meaning, slowly you are connecting to your inner self and finding your true inner power. Now you are become the super powerful. You are able to find the hidden powers that is within the human being, right? Now if you might be thinking that, oh, someone is like that, that person is lucky and only few god gifts, he is very much blessed, god given a lot of gift to that person or the talent. What you need to understand is everybody has the hidden powers, hidden superpowers that god gives. Only it needs to be identified and revealed. Have you taken time to identify the god gifts within you? If you have not done it, then that is already been buried in that sand. You just need to remove the sand, and you are going to see that what is the magical powers that is what you have within you, right? Now after you under self understanding, there comes in self love. Self love plays a major role on how you treat yourself. So this is more to do with self understanding. After you understand, this is acceptance, self acceptance, and after self acceptance, you are loving yourself, embracing the truth as you are. This is because one simply cannot love oneself without understanding to accept their strengths and weaknesses, right? Because in this comparison world, people judge themselves and they compare themselves when they spend most of the time in facebook, linkedin, sorry, in yeah, absolutely, linkedin, in instagram, snapchat, all the social media, where everybody is posting and boasting about their achievements, their assets, their wealth, their success. Now they're sitting some people thinking, oh my god, this person has done this, I have not done it yet. Maybe I'm an unlucky person, I could not able to do that. Now that's where comes in the self doubt, and that is very destructive. All right, people, before I explain self love and other steps, put that in the comment box. Are you finding value out of it so far? Put that in the comment box. Let me drink some water here. Hey Anjali, good to see you here. So what is that? After you understand yourself, after self understanding, self acceptance, embracing self love. So, somebody just cannot accept themselves without understanding what are the strengths and weaknesses. So, people who love themselves, they understand that they, along with everybody else, are imperfect being, right? And nobody is perfect. Everybody has something is up, something is down. So, as I'm also one of the individuals that I'm not perfect, so it's okay to have the weaknesses, strengths within me. So some of my weaknesses could be somebody's strength, and somebody's strength could be somebody's weakness could be my strength. So this is called self acceptance. Once you have that maturity, then you could able to easily love yourself. So once they understand and accept it that nobody is perfect, right? Everybody is imperfect, and they try to boast themselves as a perfect being. Now when that comes in, they stop criticizing and pushing themselves for the imperfections and embrace them in their eternity. Once they understand that, okay, I understand, this is what I'm good at, this is what I'm not good at. So they do not push, right? They do not push, criticize, they do not punish, they do not self doubt, they do not self sabotage just because I have some imperfections. And what they do, they embrace their self, the entire self. All right, positive, negative, both makes the human existence. So they love themselves, they accept it. Now, once that happens, it allows them to accept themselves in every regard, in every way. Once that maturity comes, once that consciousness evolves to the next level, they could able to regard themselves in every place, in every situation. So that is the primary source of high self esteem. Accepting your weaknesses, your strengths, and what is your worth and value, how you see yourself, how you value yourself, that all comes in once you accept it and love yourself the way you are, and that triggers the self esteem. All right, after the self esteem, you definitely focus on your self image, self confidence, and many other things that takes multifold towards your success. So once you accepted yourself, once you started loving yourself, though you have imperfections, but you shown your gratitude of being on this planet earth, and you accepted yourself as it is, what is that going to happen next? You got to focus on self transformation. Self transformation is the highest level of consciousness, meaning you are transforming yourself. You are a caterpillar. Now you understood that there is a butterfly is hidden within you. Now you got to take the process from a caterpillar to a beautiful butterfly, and that's what called self transformation. Understood? Now once you reach to that level, your consciousness will go to a different dimension. Your paradigm will change. Now once your paradigm is changed, you're going to look at the world in a different way. And only when people are capable of loving themselves despite of their numerous flaws, weaknesses, and they are able to experience what turn their inner transformation is like. All right, now once you accept yourself with whatever you are, then you will be able to understand that what is your true self transformation look like. You are going to transcend from your current level to next level, though you have a lot of limitations. It allows us, self transformation allows us to experience changes in our lives, and it allows us to increase our harmony with this world. Meaning, once you focused on your self transformation, you are going to connect with the universe and all the creation, and you feel that you are one among them and they are among you. You're going to connect with everything, because that is the reality. Everything depends upon you, and you depend upon everything, right? Like, we give carbon dioxide and we take oxygen, we do certain things, and it's all interconnected. Every human being, every creation in the universe is interconnected, and the moment you transcend from your current level of conscious to the next level, you will able to accept it and understand it and see it more what clear level. So when I talk about higher level of consciousness, meaning, for example, there is a 10-storied building. Okay, focus here, people. Focus here. There is a 10-storied building. Now you're walking and you want, and yes, there is a 10-storied building and you are climbing it. So if when you are in a ground floor, you could able to see certain things in a certain way. When you go to the first floor, the view changes. When you go to the second floor, the view changes, third floor, and so on. And when you go to the 10th floor, you could able to see from the top, right? Everything changes. Now what does that happen? You have transcended your level up, but the reality is as is. Earlier you were able to see like this. Now when you reach the 10th floor, now you are seeing like this, right? Now that's what I'm talking about, consciousness. Your consciousness, when you increases, you are going to see the reality in a different way. That is very important. Now once your consciousness goes up, once you are above your self transformation and you understand it, your self mastery begins. So the self mastery, its a primary goal, it is only for those people who are striving for evolution. They don't want to settle down where they are. They don't just want to accept it. All right. Now, this self mastery, it focuses on mastering yourself completely and utterly aware of your feelings and thoughts. You are aware of your thoughts and feelings, and you simply observe. All right. You simply observe and you do not take any action, or you do not judge people with whatever it comes in, meaning the reality won't just uh, give you something. You are the person. Anything that happens, you're going to observe, understand, and you react to it. All right. Now you take actions, you respond. So your reaction to the life minimizes and response increases. All right. Now why it happens? It happens because the self mastery that transcended beyond your that limited momentary feelings and thoughts, but it connected with the whole, right? It connects beyond yourself. Understood, people? And once it happens, you are really living your life harmoniously, spiritually, and connecting as a whole with everything. Now that is the ultimate truth and success to yourself. The moment that happens, no pain, no negativity, no comment ever is going to hurt you, because now you are able to see the truth from a different angle. And the mastery of self is simply not a slave to your own thoughts and or emotions. Majority of the people who have not reached to the self mastery, they are the slaves to their own emotions and thoughts. Now you can understand what I'm saying. Now that is what the primary force for someone, that is the primary thing for someone to stay where they are. And majority of the people are driven by their thoughts and emotions. They believe that is what they are. Now when you master, you transcend from this self. You're no more the slave to your thoughts and emotions, right? This self mastery allows you to observe how your internal process, right, how your internal things that is working, how you are started thinking, how you're connecting, and how your humanly tendency is identifying. It goes very deep. It is the only way to experience what it means to realize that we are more than our thoughts and emotions. The moment you focus on mastering yourself, you will understand that we as an existence, we are beyond our thoughts and emotions. It is above than the internal peace. You will experience the life in everything else around you, meaning you have connected with the higher intelligence or infinite intelligence that will not let you engage in the petty thoughts, small emotions, and somebody's comment. Meaning you mastered yourself and you really know that who you are. This is what you should be focusing primarily in this year, that mastering yourself. It needs a tough love, because if you do not master yourself, what is that going to happen is your emotions and your thoughts are going to take control of you, and it is going to play around with you, because your thoughts are not your thoughts. Thoughts are everywhere, that just flows in our mind, and what kind of thoughts that you are dwelling upon, what kind of thoughts that you are engaging yourself with, that is what you identify yourself. So what kind of thoughts that you spend most of the time thinking about is one step towards focusing your self mastery, because you are identifying your thoughts, and you are engaging with those only which are required and which is focused to your purpose and your goals. All right, people. Now I hope it made sense what we are discussing here, and we have spent 40 minutes over here. Have you found this helpful? Did you learn something new today in this new year? Put that in the comment box. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me what you have any questions, and we could discuss for some time and we move away. All right. How you're going to start your Monday is very important. How you're starting? You are starting with the thoughts of, oh my god, it's again the Monday, holidays are over, again I have to do the same things. Or you take this as a, hey, come on, there is a new opportunity, new day, and I'm entering to a new future in 2022. Let me explore the gifts, let me explore myself, let me explore what I can do, something new to impact people's life. Is that the thought? Put that in the comment box, babe. Put that in the comment box. If this is what the primary, right? So in this particular year, in this particular time, you definitely be focusing on improving yourself. First it comes in how you improve on your thoughts, how you improve in your emotions, and your learning and self mastery. So this year you definitely have to be conscious about what you're learning, what you're listening, whom you're listening, and what you're doing, and what is the different things that you are doing, so that the different reality will appear. All right. So this is what for today, and I did not get any questions. If you're watching the replay, put that in the comment box, that if what is that the new things that you are doing, and what are the wow moments, what are the mind-blowing moments or experience that you have during this conversation. Put that in the comment box, and if you found something valuable. All right. Very good. Saifullah, come on. Hey Saifullah, good to see you here once again. What is the difference between corporate recruiting and a recruiter? So recruiting work is the same, Saifullah. So here is a question come in, and it's Saifullah is asking, what is the difference between corporate recruiter and a recruiter? So recruiting is all about once the need has been identifying. As a recruiter, we go in, source, screen, and schedule interviews, and get it through the shortlisting process and hiring process, onboarding process. All right, this whole cycle that every recruiter's job is all about. When it comes to corporate recruiting, corporate recruiters help their own company to place candidates. For example, you are working with Amazon, you are working with Google, you are working with Apple, you are working with IBM, and you are working as a recruiter there. If you are filling your own positions, that is called you are a corporate recruiter. If you are working with multiple clients, that is called agency recruiter, meaning the staffing companies that is there, right? Staffing companies, consulting companies, they work with multiple clients and they help them fill positions. But in corporate, you help yourself, your employer fill the positions. All right. I hope I answered your question. Priyanka says, how recruiter from consultancy can get a job in MNC company? That is not a big deal. It's all about your experience and performance and how you present yourself, Priyanka. If you are a recruiter from consultancy, there is no way that there is a people will may not hire you to MNC. It's all about how you present yourself. All right, your experiences can help them grow. If you could able to project that, if you can able to explain that, definitely you can join in any big MNCs. Very good. Awesome. Any other question before we close, people? All right. So it is 45 minutes we have been discussing. We are online. And as I told you, this is one of the resolutions I have taken, to be with you people and come online as frequently as I can in weekends. And if it is possible, I would see if I could get into weekdays as well, if that is really helpful for the recruiters. Okay, that could be Q&A and live discussions and sharing my experience with you people, how you could do your job better. All right. So yep, with this, if you're watching a replay or if you already watched it, put that in the comment box, that what is that you learned and what is the 2 to 3 points, key points that you are taking with you, and what is the suggestions that you have for the people in their life, and what is your resolution for this year. So these are three things. Okay, put that in the comment box and let me read it out. So till next week, thank you so very much for joining, and I'm so grateful that I could able to share my experience, my suggestions here, and I appreciate each and every one of you for joining here, and I love you guys. Thank you so very much. Take care.